I am currently moving my car in the area of Truvan though. Bao Bang District. It is now available after more than a year of travel. I bought it from April 2025 until now. My travel distance is already 49,000 kilometers. I currently have a maintenance schedule. 3,000 kilometers without time for maintenance. In VinFast, the maintenance time is 15,000 kilometers. For one maintenance, I think it must be now. Chun Thang came to Bin as I was on. The distance it travels is a lot of temporary charging. There are also many people who have used VinFast VF3. This is a VinFast's most affordable and accessible car. There is now VF2 and Mio Green, but the car, for what it looks like, it's pretty good. At a good price, Vespa is already in a segment many people choose. After more than 49,000 kilometers, I go to work every day. 110 kilometers to about 200 kilometers a day. VF3, it gives itself a value in terms of savings. Cost is also very good. At the cost of not counting fuel. Maintenance cost is also a very good issue at VinFast. If I drive a regular car at my house, at the maintenance hook will be 5,000 kilometers. It will also take me a lot of time to must go for maintenance at hook 5,000. Because almost every month, I travel an average of 3,500 kilometers to 4,000 kilometers. 5,000 kilometers is just over a month of maintenance. From the time I bought the car to now, it's been over a year, but it's only been maintained. Well, this is the third time 45,000 kilometers. It also saves me a lot. For example, if you had your current number of kilometers, I have a regular car to maintain. So now 9 times 45,000 kilometers, 9 times. Every time you take care of your regular car. The lowest is also more than 1,500,000 VND to 2,500,000 a small maintenance. In the morning, there are a lot of big cars. But in general, in the Pacific, the road, then those are my shares about VinFast VF3. Highway 13 is very good to go. It's almost as though Highway 13 is better than some of the highways I've been on. Because there are sections outside the residential area, I can go about 90 kilometers per hour. In the Pacific, it also has an advantage Highway 13. In residential areas that have been adjusted up, there are sections that are 70 kilometers per hour, so this is a very good signal. Because normally, the lighting system now works. The road has done very well. It's going to help some of you save a lot of time by raising the speed a little bit higher. It also ensures safety. Most new cars now have very good ADAS technology. After driving over 10,000 miles, I started to change my car. Big tires themselves are currently riding class is 205/65 or 16 compared to the original Vin 175/75 or 16. It is true that changing large tires gives the VF3 a stronger and safer feeling when cornering and going. The battery is about 5% less than the original. and the Xene layer of VF3 is very thin. If you ride VF3 about 50,000 kilometers or from 30,000 kilometers, you should check the class. I changed my class because when I replaced my layer with a 205 65ths or 16 tire, I saw some point in its layer. It cracked and peeled rubber should be. If you go at high speed, it will be very dangerous. My car has also been upgraded. Rear brake cluster and steering ruler. In VF3, it actually gives a very good sense of acceleration compared to the price. In general, in the tram it is also present. I don't know about the other cars, but the VF3 also has its inconveniences of battery charging issues, and if that we the VinFast VF3 should also be considered. If you haven't bought it yet, you should consider it. You often go to work far away. It should also be considered. Like me, I have to go to work every day. On average, the return trip is more than 100 kilometers. It may take longer than 200 days. If you go to a lot of customers, then it has certain caveats that the VF3 doesn't have. Active heatsink like the car lines, VF5 or more advanced cars. The second is technology. The VF3 is also very slow. My car has times when it rains. The battery drops to about 27 degrees and I charge it in the morning. Then its receiving current is only about a 3 kWh to 25. But after the battery goes up about 30% to 40%, the battery temperature to about 41 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees, it's down to about 18 kWh. When the temperature rises to about 43 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius, then there may be a time when the charging current only receives 8 kWh. Make the total time of a very long one-time charge about 2 hours or more. Your car only has about 50% battery, so this is a matter of note for you to go the long way, because many times I have experienced charging problems. I also had an experience recently. The last time that happened was about 2 days ago. That day I walked about 200 miles. I go to work in the morning and then I go to Saigon. Then I went back from Saigon. Bin Phuoc went to the mango field and returned to the city. Then the distance it travels, I have to plug it all in to times and runs out of battery at noon when charging. Its current battery temperature is about 45 degrees. It's very hot, so I mostly charge it. 30% is to keep going. After work is done, I will start charging again when I have time. You can't wait to charge your car for 2 to 3 hours. That's also a note. If you really have a job, folding that need to move with VF3 car in the long distance. If the battery is down to about 10%, you should charge it. You should charge it at a nearby charging station. And only up about 30% to 40%. It takes about 30 minutes for this time, so that I can travel an extra 70 kilometers to 80 kilometers. Let's get to where we need to go and let the car cool down. If I don't need to use it right away, it will save more time than me. So I don't have to sit from an hour to 2 hours to charge a battery, and then having to move. Well, it's very extreme. It's about redistributing the time, making it reasonable. There was a time when I went back to Ben Tray. I had to wait about an hour to charge it, give it enough battery power to get to my house about 210 kilometers, more than 220 kilometers. The day before, I didn't have a battery. So, yeah, when I started, The battery can only travel about 100 kilometers. I went too long and is that I have to recharge it just like recharging it from scratch. It's a long time. And that's one of the tips and tricks that we have. Traveling by VF3 on long distances. In short, the VF3 is an automotive vehicle. I think it is as good as I bought the battery. At the time I bought the battery, it was about 300 million VND. But I bought a battery rental of VND 240 million. Plus the money, I bought the yellow version should at 8 million VND. My biggest regret was buying it a month later. VinFast it starts to reduce battery purchase policy. There is only about 270 million VND left to buy a battery. Unfortunately, at that time I added a little more to buy the battery version. And I'm sorry right now. Maybe it'll be a lot better. Currently, I rent batteries, so it's a lot of roads. I also have to pay for the battery. Originally, I wanted to buy this car. My wife works near home. It doesn't have many months to move. But my job has changed, so I have to. When I drive this car, I always have to. The distance I travel every month is huge. Over 3,500 kilometers to 4,000 kilometers per month. So that's something that I find a little bit sad. And it's no longer there. I bought a battery so I could buy a new car. Second, when you buy a car, you should learn about the charging station first. If I want to buy a car, I have to see more. The area around me lives. Have multiple charging stations or not. The radius is about 2 to 3 kilometers. There are many charging stations or not if there is a charging station in the. Within a radius of 2 to 3 kilometers, there is an electric car charging station. Buying VinFast VF3 or electric cars, it is a very good option. It helps me to be proactive in the matter of charging the battery. The third one is about my work. The distance of his movement. Whether it is temporarily charged or not. For example, I go to work from about 5 to 7 charging stations I can go inactively. Charging at any time only from 10 kilometers to 20 kilometers. There is already a charging station, for example from Chunthan. I went down to Truvan though and there was a charging station. I went down to the Baobang Junction and there was a charging station. Or I went down to VinFast Nomtai Mai Phuoc, there was a charging station. Or I go down to Din Ho Ward Rotation, also has a charging station. Third Dao Mo is a lot of charging stations. There's also a charging station near my office. I should be able to control the charging time. As well as my travel schedule, it's reasonable. Third and fourth is if you use the car to travel or to go somewhere. When I go, I should pay attention to battery charging. I choose the right time to charge it full. If possible, we charged it the night before and if you can go the next morning, the battery temperature is cool. The battery we run on, it's also going to drain less battery. The fourth is that I look at my route. The highway or the distance traveled like a mountain pass. Or strange roads, we're on the map. Does VinFast charging station have a charging station there? Is the charging station faulty or is there a charging port? Many on the internet share. There is a charging station, but when you get there, if it doesn't work or it's completely faulty, I sometimes run out of battery. I can't get to the car, I can't move. Even though we can get help, it's going to take time and money. If possible, you should change the big tires for VinFast VF3. I changed my size, but I kept the tray so I could go. Maybe it's not very good, but the first is that it also saves me some money. The second is also to avoid the annoying problem of the problem. In the future, I will keep the class so that when The deadline is set to expire in 2028, so I'm going to start. It's now 49,000 kilometers after more than a year.